All right, this is the official beginning. Welcome to our webinar today. We have Emma back with us to finish up her series, so we're really excited about that. And we do want to I do want to mention that please check the continuing education calendar on our website for other webinars that are coming up. And then, if you have any questions or anything, just reach out. And I'm going to turn it over to Emma. And Emma, if you want to catch everybody up, like tell them if we have new people on today.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Kara.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So hi, everyone. Happy Wednesday. I keep telling myself that so I remember what day of the week it is. I am excited to talk with you all today about digital tools and implementing them, what resources are out there. And Kara kind of spoke about it earlier, but my fellowship is ending on July 31st. And so I'm really excited to have this last webinar with you guys. And I'm looking forward to having our relationships and talking after this as well. So we can hop into this. So we're going to start with kind of generally implementing digital tools. I'm going to go a little bit of a recap of what we've talked about the last two sessions. So session one was about three levels of digital inclusion 101, and understanding that working for digital inclusion is working at layers, working at trying to get people first access. Layer 2 is actually the skills to use the devices. And then level 3 is knowing how to implement the tools and gaining digital capital to advance the individual's life. So that was our first webinar. Second was about the resources that are available. So there's 5 levels of resources in digital inclusion work. First, it's making sure that they have the connection, devices, digital skills, and then it grows into professional development skills and social media skills. So just quick recap of what we spoke about last session. So let's jump into it. So digital skills or digital tools, can be defined as programs, websites, applications, and other internet and computerized resources that facilitate, enhance, and execute digital processes and digitalization as a whole. Digital tools can also be characterized as a set of online resources that enable an organization to navigate the digital landscape and adopt digital tools into their organization. So yeah, digital tools are more simply what is available for people to take advantage of whenever they're wanting to take advantage of this time of digital transformation. When you first hear about when I hear digital tools, at first I think of computers. I think of just the physical devices, and it's really more than that. There's a lot of really great resources that we're going to talk about today. So a little bit more about digital tools. They're constantly being invented and improved upon. And digital tools can be like the software, it can be the programs, and other forms of communication. And they really are like the building blocks of all of the realm of digital transformation and this age of digital growth. So the benefits of digital tools are, the most obvious is it enhances and improves just processes. We're going to talk about some tools that, in the past we would have had to use pen and paper to write down, keep track of everything. But now in this time, especially organizations and other institutions have been really able to use digital tools to make the process much more efficient. And also it is a cost reduction in like implementing digital tools and resources, in particular with the COVID-19 pandemic, and the rise of remote and asynchronous work. It became a lot more prominent, the need of digital tools, really. It's like, I think we all do our digital trainings with the state. That's a digital tool, that's a resource that the state has used to more effectively communicate with all of us about what they're wanting to change in the state. And it's also a tool for those who are employees to be able to quickly reference, you know, what their schedule is, what their pay rate is, and different things like that. So now we're going to talk about the Formal Connectivity Program. This is a great resource to get everyone started. It is a FCC benefit program that provides up to $30 off an individual's internet service, or a household, not individual, household's internet service, and up to $75 for those on qualifying travel lands. And the individual can also get a discount up to $100 off of a device. So if you're having conversations with those in your community and you're not quite sure where to even start trying to bridge the digital divide, getting them signed up for the Formal Connectivity Program, getting them the connectivity that they need is the first step of trying to get them the possibilities of taking advantage of the amazing digital resources that are out there. So one thing I think most of us working in, you know, collaborative environments probably know of collaborative suites. It is really crucial for employees who need access to data and resources to use. It also allows for like the workplace to grow through the digital landscape. And one of the most, I'm going to talk about two of these collaborative suites today. The first one is Google Suites. It holds the biggest share with 59.41% of the global operations. And it offers services such as Google Docs, Google Drive, Gmail, Sheets, Forms, and Calendar. I personally, I'm a Google Suites girl. I would love to hear if anybody else has their preferences on either Google or Microsoft Office. Through the state, we've been using Microsoft Office. Works the same as Google Suites, honestly. But it is a lot more centered, and using the cloud and a lot more secure. So I would love to hear y'all's. Google Drive is my preference by far. Yeah, what's everyone's preference on the collaborative suite? You know, I know we're all using Google Office or Microsoft Office, but I use both. Google, yeah. Nice, okay. More accessible to people. Awesome. Thank you guys for sharing the chat. Yeah, definitely. And I thank you for sharing that kind of point about how Microsoft is more supportive of libraries. That's something I'm learning about. Thank you. Awesome. So, and we'll hop to the next one. So next is cloud storage. Kind of a hot topic, but cloud storage is basically for organizations looking to scale and share information within the company as efficiently and quickly as possible. And there's no hardware, so you can quickly share its information as easy as you can. And you don't have to be concerned about regional accessibility. And here we go. Emerging from the needs for more flexible and mobile workplaces, cloud-based solutions transforming the way we work. Frontline workers, retail associates, frequent travelers, and many other types of mobile workers rely heavily on cloud storage solutions to access data without being restrained to a physical office. I remember whenever I was working, honestly, at my retail job, Kohl's, we used a lot of this retail cloud storage to keep track of our hours as well as our pay and everything. So I think a lot more companies are embracing this different way of communicating with their staff. And I'm interested to see how it continues to develop as well. Then next, we have communication tools. So tools like Slack and Microsoft Teams create dedicated work groups to ensure everyone's involved in projects. This allows better circulation of information, but also better keeping everyone involved in the project process, I believe. So yeah, everyone can contribute to proposing solutions, giving feedback, answering questions. Engagement is key on these types of communication tools to make sure that they're being used effectively. And other types of communication tools are going to be Skype and Zoom and Google Chat. It bridges the gap between in-person conversations and the digital conversations. I know many of us have had experience with this, we're on Zoom right now, and other things, especially after the COVID-19 pandemic. And they're not only great resources for people who work remotely, but they're also great resources for those who are disabled and not able to, for one, be comfortable living or leaving their home, but also to understand the content better, because on Zoom and other video communication tools, they give you the option of having what is the word? Oh my goodness. Captions, that's the word, captions for the content you're watching, as well as visual descriptors, alternate text for whatever you're viewing. So this also bridges the accessibility of making sure everyone is getting the same resources, the same experiences that they're now able to experience via the digital tools and the internet. So CRM tools are customer relationship management systems. These are more about communicating with those that you're wanting to reach your target audience. I included this because when I've spoken with some libraries, some are having communication with business owners and different things like that. And this is a great tool for small business owners. These are like websites such as Salesforce, HubSpot, FreshDeck, and they help advance sales and marketing of whatever businesses are wanting to promote and sell. And you can also collect data on these customer relation management systems. So if you're seeing, like, a business can look and see that this particular item is getting looked at a lot but not being purchased, they're able to either make the item cheaper or do some different marketing tactics. It's really a incredible resource for those wanting to expand their business, but also just learning the tool itself is a really marketable skill. And then next we're going to talk about content management system software. So this allows you to create and manage digital content such as websites and mobile apps. And so this is kind of more related to if of an individual who's wanting to make their own website or make their own mobile app, or I'm not sure if it says on here. No, one of another resource that I've used as a college student was Hootsuite, and that allows the individual posting the content to schedule their content in advance. So like going back to businesses, this would be great resources great resource for businesses who are, working a 9 to 5 but want to post in the evenings and different things like that. But also WordPress is a pretty affordable resource for anyone wanting to just get a basic website of getting their promoting whatever materials they have. And each one has a different advantages and ease of use and pricing. And so it's really up to the individual what tool they would like to use. And then we've got project management tools. So project management tools are what I was kind of referencing when speaking about in the past, we would have to write everything pen and paper to keep track, make a to-do list and different things like that. The project management tools are kind of streamline this process of, making a to-do list, sharing it with everyone, sticking to project timelines, scheduling. And so I really recommend, I used it whenever I was in college as well with student organizations. It's a really great way of, if you have a committee of sort, to keep regular updates, and another thing to boost adoption of the project management tools, you can set up email alerts, notifications, and you can share documents within the tool as well. So some well-known project management tools are Jira, Telero, Monday, and Asana. I've experienced with Asana, pretty self-taught, I think, pretty self-explanatory in the process. They take you on a pretty good step-by-step understanding of how to use the tool. And so next time you're working in collaborative space, think about whether or not you want to integrate a project management tool into the project you're working on and seeing if that is something that you benefit from or if that's something you want to recommend other people to do. And then we've got some recruitment management tools. And so this is, again, kind of going back to businesses, but libraries, you guys are recruiting, individuals come to events, but also to staff your own libraries. So digital recruitment tools, you can easily identify and share resumes with team members and hiring managers. You can comment, post interview feedback, and organize next steps in the recruitment process, leading to informed collective decisions. So some recruitment tools are Soft Talent and Smart Recruiters, and they can help HR teams, not have to sort through resumes and interview candidates to quickly find out if they're a good fit for their team or not. And then also I want to add in here, like LinkedIn is another great recruitment resource, not only for professional development, but also I know a lot of college students that use it for like skill development, professional development skills, more professional development, trying to look for jobs, building networks and different things like that. But LinkedIn also has training resources that I would really recommend anyone who's interested in growing their own training to look into. And then we've got digital accounting tools. So not the most, hot topic or anything, but I think it's one of the most important parts of an organization is to make sure that their numbers and accounting all go well. So some tools are Sage, NetSuite, and SAP ERP. They are widely adopted, but when you're evaluating digital accounting tools, look for third-party integrations, cloud availability, intuitive, easy to use user interface, and as well as reporting and invoice capabilities. Yeah, there's a lot of different digital accounting tools out there. It's more up to the individual, which is their easiest to understand, honestly. And so, yeah, it's even personal accounting tools are out there. I have used apps to budget for several years now, there's a decent amount of apps that even individuals use for their own budgeting and accounting that are digital resources that are available to everyone. And yeah, so, and also they payroll management tools, which is, you know, manual and repetitive work that can be done quite faster and easier with management tools. So tools like PayFit, Workday, and Figigo allow you to centralize and manage employee absences, expenses, project hours, career development, and more. Rather than manually monitoring activity and processes, the digital solution will automate the tasks and provide holistic dashboards and analytics. It's not just HR managers. Employees can request time off and submit and track expenses directly on the system. So if you've used an online system to submit time off, that is a digital tool that has been implemented in your workplace. So, and you'd be quite surprised how many small businesses have not implemented such a system. How even how many years ago now? 4 years ago, I was working at a local ice cream store, and we didn't have any regular payroll system. It was all manual, and so it not only saves time, but it saves work effort to use our digital tools correctly. Yeah. So I would love to ask you guys a question. So what other digital tools have you introduced into your personal or professional life? And what was that experience like? I'm going to take a drink of my water real fast. If you guys would like to share response in the chat. Budgeting software. Fitness tracker, yeah. Logging to IFTTT. That's interesting. I'm writing that down. Oh, that's awesome, Laura. Canva, my new best friend for presentations, yes. And Canva not only like is like for incredible presentations, they have like really great graphics and stuff to tap into, stuff that, you know, you can't just like find regularly on Google. Google Keep Notes. Yes, I'm a Google Docs in particular. You know, I just, for quick notes is what I'll use Google Docs for. Palette for grad school work. We use Google Forms to create ticketing systems for a variety of employee requests. Nice. When I was in grad school, I learned how to use blogging templates. Yeah. Yeah. Wait another minute, see if anybody just jump in the chat. Thank you guys so much for sharing. Yeah, so there's really, it's up to the individual to have the understanding to implement the tools into their lives, I think. And that's where our role of community influencers, really, that's why I think the libraries play a really important role in serving as a resource for those looking to advance. I did download a fitness app, couldn't get it to work. Very that. But you know, it's a tool that is available to everyone, but it's just the understanding that they are available. And I think as serving with our libraries, we can be that mouthpiece to let them know of what resources are available to them. And those resources not only help them to learn, yes, love that, we are influencers, not only help them to learn, but also allow them to push forward and grow into even more. You know, it's a simple budgeting app, but it's really knowing what your finances are and understanding what your needs are and what level that you survive at, and not having the problem of falling back into debt. And you know, using resume builder tools online is not only for like their self to feel accomplished, but it helps them get jobs, helps them move forward in their lives. And that's what I think digital resources and digital tools are really the backbone of people just wanting to advance and getting the next leg up, and knowing what is available out there for them to use to grow their professional and personal skills. So yes, I would love to hear if you guys have any questions for me, and any, honestly, also any experience that you've had with tools, and you know, if you've had struggles with using them, if you've had to sit down with other individuals, help them implement the tools into their lives, what has that experience been like? What free digital tool would you recommend to send reminder text that can be done without cell phone? I've used Remind, but I wanted to see what else is out there. I've used Remind. I haven't used one of like I used Remind a lot in college and school, so that's what that reminds me of. I definitely know more. I'm blanking on them. Oh my goodness. Ways to set, like, oh, GroupMe. That's what I was gonna say. I love a GroupMe. I'm not sure if you have to have a cellular device. No, you don't. You can have it sends to your email as well. GroupMe. I've used that a lot in my student organizations, as well as just like casual. So I would recommend a GroupMe. But also, I think Slack will also send email reminders if you set it up like that, but I am not 100% sure. When I was in mental health, we had a very old system that had to reset if we didn't do the steps correct. Oh, there's so many experiences where you can feel like the effects of not having proper resources available. My first job was working at the ice cream store, and it was the oldest cash register, and it broke all the time, and you had to run like paper expense reports at the end of the night. It's crazy how fast everything changes from being on paper to then being digital. Like it's a year process, really. And just knowing what resources are available and knowing if a business can implement them or not. Yeah.
Hey, Emma,
Yeah.
those examples that you provided in your slideshow. Are those all pay things, or are those available for free?
Some of them are, so I know the website, some of the website resources are pay to use. But I believe most of the program examples I shared were free.
Okay. I was just curious.
Yeah.
There's so many of those I haven't even heard of. So
Right.
I have a lot of research to do just to see what's out there.
It's
Yeah.
it's and like you think of something you need. Oh yeah, our school districts use ASOP for managing time off requests. Yeah, it's more and more of it is growing, and more is being introduced. So it's like every few months, honestly, it's a new thing to learn. Yeah, many have free trials. Yeah. Awesome. If anyone has any further questions or comments or anything.
I'm going to put the link for the request for a certificate in the chat just now. If you are interested and need a certificate, just fill that out and I will get those to you as soon as I can. I know someone said thank you to Emma for all her presentations. Let's see, did you see the what request off management software? Does everyone use it and enjoy? Did you already answer that one?
Request all software is when you, no, I've not.
I didn't see it until just now.
Purdue uses Concor. And I know another one too that I'm just,
Can you spell that one?
Concor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you spell it for us?
Yeah, I'll just put it in the chat.
Okay, thanks. Okay, great.
Like the bird, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I want to end. Please keep in touch with me. Here's my contact information. If you guys would like to connect with me on LinkedIn, please do. If you have any other questions or anything, any digital inclusion stories, or I'm moving into the transportation realm following this fellowship, but I will always know a lot about digital inclusion, I think. So if anyone has any questions or comments that they would love to share with me, please send it to my email. But I've really enjoyed having this time to speak with you all and collaborate, and I appreciate the opportunity. So thank you everyone, as well as Kara, for opportunity. So yeah.
Well, we've really enjoyed having you, Emma. You've done a great job with all your webinars, and I just wish you the best, as you move forward.
Thank you guys.